I meant to say peace to you, YouTube. Welcome in, y'all. Hey, how are you? Baby boo, new or true? Tell me what it do. Welcome in. Hey, y'all. Mary Rade. Hey. All right. Let me get my water ready. Y'all, I've been so sad because Whole Foods, they don't have coconut water. They just have the very tiny ones, and those are like teachers to me, and I'm not wasting my money on that. Like, I want coconut water, but first of all, it's not even the brand that I like. It is Harmless Harvest. I don't care for Harmless Harvest. Though I heard Harmless Harvest is quote unquote one of the best brands, I don't really care for the flavor. I just don't like the way it tastes. And so they don't have the big ones. They have the small ones, and don't worry about it. So I've been dying of thirst. Y'all know I don't like drinking my spring water, but I've been having to drink it by default. Peace, just be one. How are you? Peace, brown skin. Crystal, Lively, Dorothy, Latoya, Graffiti, and all of our YouTube lovelies. How was y'all day today? How was y'all weekend? Yeah, I know it's been a few days since we connected and exchanged our shade. How was y'all day though? Peace to Trillis, the motherfucking illest. We about to be getting started. Divinely timely. Divinely timely, seeking you shall finally. Okay. Killer Bree say hi. It was good. That's good to hear. How was your day? My day was well. Thank you for asking. Just Be One said peace tribe. Very beautiful day. Lots of sun. Nice. It was cloudy with a chance of meatballs. We had a little snippet of sun, like with clear skies, but for the most part it was kind of cloudy. But it was a good day though. Peace, Ray Bay. The Curious Billionaire said, hey, I saw your title and immediately tuned in. So there was a handyman at my house yesterday and his name was Enough. That's hilarious. What? His name was Enough? No way that was his real name. No way that was his real name. Peace, Taquan. Graffiti says, spent my afternoon by the water sketching. Nice. Mother of Crow said, ooh, what we doing here? Covering everything spirituality, numerology, astrology, soulology. It's a vibe, so just stay tuned for a little bit and see if you vibe with us. You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to go. Whatever resonates with you, you know? Mario said hello from Crosby, Texas. Hey, Texas. Where y'all at? It's been a little minute since we did a state check-in. It's been a minute since we did a state check-in, a country check-in, bitch, because we have some lovelies from all over the world. So drop your state. Let's see what we relate. I am home-based in Virginia, Hampton Roads, not the DMV, the Purgatory state. So that's where I am. Where are y'all? Mother of Crow said, immediately love my people. I love you. I love you. Thank you, Bree. Ashe. Ashe. Candy said, you are so pretty. You don't even look real. You are the definition of black beauty. Thank you kindly. Oh, thanks. How you gonna make me blush? Thank you. Emoli said, blow me a kiss and I will dream happy. Just Be One said, yo, I went to the beach. The wind was ripping. It was nice, but still cool up here in Maine. Okay, so we got Pennsylvania. We got PA in the building. Where y'all at, babe? We got Alabama in the building. Seema said, you're pretty, even you black. Black is beauty. Thank you. You're in America? Okay. Nice. Rolling trucks in SD. Is that what's that? South Dakota? That's San Diego. South Detroit. What's SD? What's SD? Ashe. Welcome in, y'all. YouTube, let's get the likes up, please. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome in, all of you new and true. We said America. No, literally, America had it. I did say what country, right? So, South Dakota. Did I say South Dakota? No, bitch. I think I said San Diego, South Detroit. I'm making up shit. What's the other one? Did I say South Dakota? I don't think I did. That Dakota ain't resonating. Did I say South Dakota, though? What was the third one I said, y'all? Did I say South Dakota? Mother said South Dakota, babe. Look at me not knowing how to speak. Ashe. Ashe Graffiti. I'll let you know. PCT. Hey, what it do, what it be? Welcome in to our lovelies, new and true. Welcome to the Crystaline Mars show. I am your co-host, Mrs. Double Jones. I want to sing it. I got so used to not singing it. I am Mrs. Double Jones, the lady with the stones that come here and leave me alone. And I'm a spiritual guide to assist you in this life in any way that I can. If you need a helping hand, y'all head over to the website CrystalineMars.com and check out our handcrafted jewelry, our spiritual tools. I offer 101 sessions from tarot readings, past life regressions, bird chart readings, candle rituals, jar rituals, whatever you want. Girl, you know I can provide whatever you need, baby. We are a one-stop shop. So y'all head over to the website. Don't forget, we're in our last hours of our 15% off flash sale. The sale ends, the doors close on tomorrow, the 2nd of June at 4 a.m. Eastern time. So y'all go ahead and check y'all carts out. Y'all know I be looking with my looking ass, and I see y'all abandoned carts. So y'all go ahead and check them out, and you'll get free shipping for all U.S. orders over $75. If you're ready to evolve your spiritual practices, if you're ready to take your rituals up a notch or 5 or more, head over to the website. We have wands, like I said, spiritual tools. Our candles have been fire. I've been burning the fuck out of our newest candles. Dressed, hand rolled by me, blessed by me. Ashest by me. I worked the Yemeya candle 2 nights ago. I had kept it real simple. I wanted to take an intentional bath, and I was like, I'm rocking with the Yemoja energy. I could use a little cleanse, a little release, a little healing. And so I had lit the candle. It burned so beautifully. I done worked our Ogun roll clearing candle. I have been getting feedback from y'all, especially them jumbo candles. Y'all been ordering those and working those. Go get what you need, baby. And so we got that going on. Thank y'all for sharing this space. Do we ship to Kuwait? We do, but it's shipping on you, baby boo. We only offer free shipping for U.S. orders over $75. But yes, thank y'all for y'all bookings. Thank y'all for y'all orders. Thank y'all for y'all shares, your engagement. Thank you for just tapping in right now and sharing this space for however long you choose to do so. We grow live every night with the exception of Wednesdays and Saturn days. So y'all make sure y'all turn y'all notifications on and set the intention to meet us here so we can build, grow, and remember what the fuck we know. Ashe fucking know. So let's go ahead and get into the message of the day, y'all. I want to shift it because, I always say the message of the day, but it's more so the message of the night. At least it's night my way. It's 9 o'clock over here. So I'm gonna be more intentional with that and say the message of the night. And it's going to be more so a close-up message for the day, right? You could take it on to the next day, however you may, whatever, ashe. But we're going to get into the message of the night. So it feels kind of weird because we've been doing the daily message for 448 episodes, but it's the first of the month. It's the first of the week. So what a better way, what a better day to reverse the energy. Ashe? So the message of the night is wait, bitch, I wasn't ready. You did enough. This is your time to realign and release. You've done enough. This is your time to realign and release. Okay? So I have our channel message here that I'm about to read. And it reads, let it all go tonight. Whatever didn't get done, whatever you're still carrying, you can lay it down now. Lay your head on my pillow, You're not behind. Shout outs to the lovely who just placed the order. I don't know who you are, but shout outs to you. I return it times a million. You are not behind. You're not broken. You made it through the week, and that counts for something. Let your rest be sacred, and let your spirit take over from here. So, this is very beautiful energy that we have officially transitioned into as we are now in the 6th month. So, when we were in the 5th month, we had double Gemini energy. We started off with Taurus because the sun was in Taurus, but that 5th month represents Gemini as well as Virgo. And so then when the moon shifted, when the sun shifted, and entered into Gemini, we had double Gemini energy. So the month of May was pretty fast paced for a lot of us, especially with the Aries transit. It's just been a lot of go get it, bitch, right? Venus entering Aries. It was a lot of like go-getter, hustling energy. And now that we have shifted into the 6th month is calling for us to balance. It's calling for us to allow space to rest, to receive, to attract. 6 represents Libra as well as Taurus. And their planetary rulers are Venus. And Venus is the divine feminine that calls it in. So the month 5 was all about going to get it. It was all about taking action. It was all about putting yourself out there. And in this 6th month that we're in now, we still want to keep that energy, but we want to move out of like that hustle and bustle energy and move more into our divine feminine, which is attracting, magnetizing, right? Head over to the website and get your intentional oils. We still have a few allure as well as affluence oils when it comes to calling in that wealth, that beauty, that love, that success. Okay, so this is your time to release the perfectionism. All right. We had, where did I get the perfectionism energy from? Yes, we're leaving that in month 5. Because like I said, that represents Gemini as well as Virgo. And if you're a Virgo or a Virgo, sun, moon, rise, and north node, you know that they strive for perfectionism. And I dropped the word for the day a few days ago, maybe last week or something like that. And it said something along the lines of, your job was never to be perfect. It was to be disciplined. It was to show up authentically. We are on episode 448. That is 8 Capricorn energy. Capricorn is all about discipline, structure, responsibility, maturity, managing, being wise financially and taking care of what needs to be taken care of. Okay? Today is a 7 universal day representing that close up, that completion, but it's also the first day of the week. So it's this new beginning here. It's this fresh energy. It's beautiful that we're entering the month of June on the first day of the week. So this is a moment for you to rest, for you to reflect, for you to leave whatever needs to be left in that past month. Whatever you ain't do, you didn't need to do. How is your spirit? What is your body? How is your spirit calling for you to navigate this space now? What is your body communicating to you? How can you invite in this ease, invite in this flow? We are being called to slow our roll to prepare ourselves for this transition into the sun entering Cancer in just a few weeks, which is going to be an energy of ease, of flow, of abundance, especially to those, for all of you who have been very intentional and very diligent with your work. Whether it's your physical work, your financial work, your emotional work, your spiritual work, your mental work, whatever seeds it was that you have been planting, whatever seeds it was that you have been watering, whatever seeds it was that you have been nurturing, trust and believe me. You're gonna need me. But no, seriously, it's definitely going to be full of ease and flow. I cannot wait for our Cancer new moon oils to come through. But also today, I was cleaning up Ilegwa's altar. And I didn't mean to pull you out. And come on, Phoenix, bitch. Yeah, these are my Phoenix feathers. I always like channel Phoenix energy when I wear these feathers. But I felt led to get rid of some things on Ilegwa's altar. So I'm looking through. I have hella petitions at his altar. To those of you who don't know who Ilegwa is, he is the messenger between the spirit and the physical realm. He is the guardian at the crossroads, the door opener. Okay? And I have 1,000,001 petitions. I have 1,000,001 blank checks that I have written. And today, at the end of the day, my spirit led for me to burn some shit. And I was like, okay. Last night, I went through all my pictures, deleted over 10,000 photos, thought they were in my iCloud, thought he was, bitch. Went to go upload my iCloud onto my external hard drive today. The shit's gone, bitch. I said, goddamn Uncle Sam. But there are some things that did slide between the cracks. I had some stuff saved in my documents, some stuff saved on a laptop. I had like very important moments like our gender reveal and stuff saved on the camera. So there were certain things that I do still have. I have been building a photo album over the past 3 years. So I have a lot of pictures printed from like the most important moments of the past few years too. So I have some things, but there are a lot of things that I deleted, and I got so emotional this rising. I was like, oh my gosh, like I was not ready to let go of every fucking thing, bitch. And then I went to my iCloud on the computer and the pictures were still there. And I was like, whew, that was a close one. So I tried to hurry up and transfer everything to my external hard drive. Bitch, I thought it was. The shit was gone. The shit was gone. It just didn't load. My computer ain't updated yet. So I was like, damn. So it's been all about releasing and purging, right? So back to today, I'm looking at, I don't normally open my petitions. I don't normally undo like my rituals and stuff because I be having like stuff in aluminum foil. I be having stuff all folded, balled up and shit. And I don't normally undo that. But today, my spirit led for me to know, let's reflect. Let's look at these things that you wrote in the past. And it was things dated from years ago, over 2 years ago. Prayers, petitions, requests of things that have already came into fruition. Some things have not physically materialized, but I was like, you know what? We gonna get this shit moving. This shit been stagnant at this altar. I've been feeding this altar for a minute. Shit's been moving, but it's some shit that I need to motherfucking move. So I'm going to go ahead and release this energy. I'm going to go ahead and take this shit to the crossroads because it's time to go. It's time to close certain doors and it's time to open the others. And so I'm looking, I'm like, okay. So I start adding everything. I start adding stuff to my cauldron. And like I said, it's millions of different petitions and things like that. And I started burning. I started burning everything. And then my spirit was like, you need to go ahead and get rid of this. So I was like, all right. This was humbug. I'm like, all right. So I went to the crossroads, released everything. I dumped everything at the crossroads. And I was like, and so it is. And I remember when I was on my way to the crossroads, I felt this weight. I had the cauldron behind me in the back seat, and I literally felt the energy back there too. And I'm like, wow, it was so much residual things, so much residual energy that, and it wasn't negative, but like I said, my petitions were powerful. I had a lot of petitions and things like that. And so I'm like, wow, the energy was just waiting on me to clear it out. It was waiting for me to do something with it. And so when I released that, I felt such a massive release spiritually, energetically, when I left those things at the crossroads. I left from the crossroads. Then I'm in the hour of 7 o'clock at this time. My spirit leads me to go to the beach to gather some seashells, to get some water. And I'm like, okay, Yemen, y'all, come on, ease. Come on, flow. Right? And when I was clearing up Ilegwa's altar, I had our money bag from the mall. So those of you who don't know, we used to have a spiritual shop at the mall last summer. And that pretty much, we had a tower moment there. And so the money bag that we had, we left the money in there. I started putting petitions in there. And we left the money in there. So when I was clearing stuff out, my spirit was like, it's time for you to move this money out of this bag. Right? Let's go ahead and clear that energy out. I got a money, I have a small little money box that I was called to get that was delivered today. And I was like, it's time for you to transfer. And I was like, okay, cool. So I started emptying the bag, and I'm like, okay. And I counted the money. And I was like, all right, what am I going to do with all this money? Because all of it couldn't fit in the cash register. So I was like, Ilegwa, Lagas, I'm like, you want this cash? And he was like, oh, he forgot about it. So there could have been some things that y'all forgot, so that you forgot about. Like I said, I was going through my petitions, reading. I'm like, wow, I remember I asked this. I remember I said this. I remember, motherfucker. And so I gave him the money. I was like, but I need $5. So I took a $5 bill with intentions to trigger this shift, right? And that left $82. It was originally $87 and a whole bunch of coins. The 87, that 8 showed up again with the Capricorn, with the hard work, with the slowly but surely building, right? The 7 representing the spiritual realm. So this was beautiful energy because the 8 is the earth, the 7 is the spirit. And so it was this as above, so below energy when it came to just us rebuilding. And I know the work that I have been doing. I know the work that Brother Lagas have been doing when it comes to just persevering, when it comes to being resilient, when it comes to being intentional. So I was like, okay, full circle, bitch. Okay, karmic energy with the 8 and the 7. And so when I took that 5, that took the total down to 82. So now we have the 8, the Capricorn, karmic energy, financial abundance energy, and then putting that hard work in, followed by the 2, which is Cancer, which has everything to do with flow and ease. And I was like, let it flow, bitch. Let it the fuck flow. So I went to the beach, released there, gathered some seashells, especially to those of you. I wanted to grab some fresh and blessed seashells because y'all have been ordering y'all sand and shells. If y'all don't have a beach where you are, if you do have a beach and you don't have time, we sell, I think it's like a 20 ounce. It's like a 3 ounce. No, it's more than a 3 ounce. It's a jar like this big. I wish I had one. I wish I had one right here with me, but I don't. But go to the website. It's a big ass jar. Well, it's a decent size. And I filled it with sand and blessed sacred shells. You can add that to your rituals. You can add that to your baths. I'm gonna do a foot soak for Lagos tonight with those shells, with some of the shells and some sand. But we had that available on the website. So I had went to the beach and I just released. And I was like, Ashe. And so it's definitely, and then, so with that 82, right? I said it's only $82, and that 8 plus 2 equals 10. That 10 represents completion. That 10 represents completion. So there's been this theme around completing cycles. And that's why the message of the day is release the perfectionism. What you didn't do, you didn't need to do. You did just what you needed to do, how you needed to do it. So now let's move into the energy of receptivity. Let's move into the energy of expecting for things to come and flow, especially if you know the work you've put in. I like to remind us, if you know who you work for, if you know whose child you are, if you know the work that you've been putting in, what are you sweating for? You know you know your paycheck gonna be fat. You know how it be when you clock in, bitch. You be like, oh yeah, this about to be a fat one, bitch. I got 40 plus. I got 40 plus. So you know your check gonna be fat. You know your flow is gonna be abundant. So what you sweating for? So instead, as I said, as we moved into this 6 months, we officially here, we have arrived. Put yourself in position. Allow yourself to rest a little more and receive a little more and continue to exchange the energy. Don't get all tight. Continue to flow and be responsible. Ashe? So our declaration is, and I invite you all to leave it down below, is I release the pressure. I release the pressure. You know I like doing that now. To be perfect. To be perfect. I did my best. I did my best. I'm so fucking annoying. Somebody. Anybody. I release the pressure to be perfect. Period. I did my best. I release the pressure to be perfect. I did my best. And if you know you didn't do your best to thy own self be true, let's show up, baby boo. It's not too late. It's not too late. But if you know you gave it all that you got, let's sit back and let that pot run it over. Y'all can send a little love, you know what I'm saying? Keep it flowing. CrystaLineMars.com. I always return what you send energetically from the beginning to the end. So that's what we got, y'all. I got very much long-winded, but that was kind of like a monthly message as well. This is going to be a very beautiful, beautiful time for real. And when I was picking up shells today, when I got to the beach, I pulled right up to the gates, bitch, to the pearly gates. Because where I was going to pull up to the side, there was a car there. So I pulled straight up to the gates till I couldn't go no more. Right till I can't no more. Are you going to go all the way? I get out the car and I'm walking in front of my car now. And as soon as I look down in front of my car, there's a crab. I'm like, okay, come on, Cancer, ease, bitch. Come, ease on down the road. Some of us need to book a heart chakra clearing. I did post a beautiful ritual that I conducted for one of our lovelies. I'll be posting another one soon because I did another one for a lovely, another one. But it was a crab, and the crab went under my car. And I was like, okay, y'all, what a way to greet me, bitch. What a way to greet me. And so when I went to go gather the shells, my all I heard was, you ain't gotta dig. What's for you to collect is on the surface. And I was like, okay. Because there were some shells that I see and I'm like, ooh, but I knew I had to dig it out. And those weren't the ones. So there are things that are surfacing, right? What's for you, you ain't gonna miss. You don't have to do the most. Float and coast. I say fucking no. So that's what we got, y'all. I think I'm officially ready to transition into the daily energy. Welcome in to all of y'all who have been joining as I've just been channeling, as I've just been flowing. Welcome in, y'all. Thank y'all for sharing this space. I say to y'all for y'all declaration. Let me see. For sure, the Curious Billionaire. Hey, Kyla, Jasmine, Lemonade. Just Be One said, I can't see what I'm typing. What the hell? Graffiti said, about to send a love offering for the live meditation. Ashation. Crystal said, I needed this. My mom was just saying this to me right before the show. Confirmation. We be already knowing. I told you, I just remind you. Masterpiece said, how's the pregnancy got you feeling? Honestly, I feel regular. When I say everything is smooth, man, everything is smooth. My energy has been going down a little bit more lately. I'm officially in my 3rd trimester. So a bitch be a little tired now. Like today, bitch, I was. But overall, energy's cool. Emotions, cool for the most part. Y'all know I cry like once a month, baby, because I'm a thug. But nah, the emotional spot been cool for the most part. My energy, like I said, I've been able to just still hustle and bustle. Little pelvic discomfort. Titties be itching. And they like purple. I know that might be too much. TMI. That might be TMI. But all is well. All is well. I can't complain. My baby boo is doing me well. The titties is purple, bitch. I said, why the fuck y'all black and purple? What the fuck going on? What the hell? What the hell-iante? What the hell on? So let's go. This is beautiful energy though as I think about it, because today was the first. Today is Sunday, the first day of the week. And also Sunday represents the number 1 in numerology, which is Leo. So we have that alignment like all the way. Leo, Sunday, one day. So tomorrow, I'm now about to get into the daily energy, y'all. I'll be covering the daily energy for June 2nd. Tomorrow is the 2nd. 2nd day of the month. Monday represents 2 as well. Monday also represents Cancer energy. All right, y'all. So with this double Cancer energy, because it's the 2nd, and then it's also Monday, the moon is in Virgo. It's this beautiful balance because we have Virgo energy from the moon. It is an 8 universal date. If you add up the entire date, it adds up and breaks down to the number 8. So we have that earth element there because that's Capricorn paired with the water. So it's this beautiful dance between the emotions and you actually taking action, your intuition, guiding you on what to do, how to do it, right? So a lot of us will find ourselves being very sensitive. Okay? Come on, refunds. I like refunds, bitch. I like refunds. And our refund was for $65.71. Heightened intuition as well. I channeled ease and flow for a lot of us. Depression may try to creep in. So I encourage for you to just assess, right? As the moon is in Virgo, this is a time to like get the magnifying glass and see like, okay, what's really going on? Like, is this a big deal? Or am I just feeling some kind of waves? Okay, let me go ahead and process this. Let me let it out. This could be some results. This could be some residual energy from some works that you've done, right? This could be showing things to me coming to the surface. Like, this is what we need to take care of. You've been trying to sweep this under the rug and get busy and work and just stay busy with other things. But let's go ahead and clean this stuff up. Let's go ahead and clean the closet. Let's go ahead and do or bring awareness to or forgive or start taking action in this area. So we definitely want to be aware there. This will be a great day to take a relaxing bath or a shower and listen to relaxing sounds. So you may find yourself feeling more like fluid. You may want to listen to like some R&B or just like some chill jazz frequencies, just something low key. Like it's going to be a real chill, low key vibe for the most part. Okay. The colors for the day are going to be the shades of blue, baby boo. So light blue, royal blue, pastel blues, indigos, all of those hoes, okay? So you can even add some white as well for that cleansing and purifying. So y'all go ahead and leave your blue and white hearts down below. Thank you, Mystique. Thank you, Mystique. All right, so that's what we have. Thank you. Crystal said, I love that for you. Which part? The flow or the purple cities? Like, Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and get into tarot tea time, you and me time. If any of y'all would like a live reading tonight, the floors and doors are open. You can send your love offerings in. I will be closing the doors divinely around 9:30, 9:45. It is $15 for a 6-card pull. If you want anything more, send in more. I'll exchange energy. $10 for 1 yes or no. $20 for 3 yes or no's. So if you're ready for that, then y'all can send y'all love offerings in and I'll give you what you need. It could be general love, career, past, present, future, higher self, lower self, ancestral, birthday, whatever you need. I'll do my best to be at service for you. Jay got any help you. All right. So why all Chinese people answer the phone like that though? Jay got any help you. And why it's always 10 minutes? At least we know what to do. Okay, Crystal, baby boo, I got your love offering. Okay, I got you. Amazing said, I don't have it, no blue. Okay, so white. You got white? Tomorrow, you can even also, you can wear some black and white. Because 8 represents that Capricorn energy, and Capricorn's color is black. So you can wear some black. You can do black and white. You can do some green. You can do some brown to connect with that earth energy from the 6 months. So you can do that too. You can do that too. You said, is a guy showing up tonight? He said, we'll see when it's time to check in. So I don't know. We're going to see. But we're going to flow. So speaking of flow, let's see. Y'all know in honor of it being Sunday, in honor of it being one day, that big Leo energy, y'all know I got to pull from the OG fucking deck. What's that around your neck? All right. Sidel, you're here. I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to ask you, is it Sidel or is it Sidel? Right, Sid, if it's Sid, S-I-D, or if it's Side, right, Side, S-I-D-E. Which one is it? Is it Sidel or Sidel? I'd love to know so I can pronounce it right. But you said black, white, and blue outfit tomorrow, period. Ashe. Amazing said, yeah, thank goodness. Yeah, you good. If there's a will, there's a way. So I was just tapping more into that Cancer energy, but we do have other energies present, so you could. Oh, it's Sidel. Okay, cool. Sidel. See, glad I asked. So now I know. Thank you, Bree, for your exchange of energy and y'all engagement. So it's going to be a general collective reading. I want you to take what resonates and leave what does not. What we got for the collective? What is the collective perspective? So I do want to get a theme real quick. Let's get a theme from the ancestral deck. We're going to pull one from here and then we'll get into the OG. So let's see what the ancestors have for us today. And then we're going to go to the OG. If I rule the world. All right, come on, balancing. Come on, balance and harmony. Here go the flow. Here go the fucking flow. And here we have that 8 energy here, don't you know? We have the boundaries, Capricorn energy here. This is literally confirmation of that $82 that I channeled. This is the 8, the Capricorn card number 35. You see it? I know you see. I know you see it. I know. And then we have card number 31, which adds up to 4, which is Uranus energy, Aquarius energy, transcendence energy, unexpected shifts, but you expected it. Like I said, you know it. You know what you've been doing. So even if you're not able to exactly put your finger on it, you know that shit gonna be flowing though. You know them pipes are unclogged though. So like I said, in this month, let's move in balance. Let's move in harmony with the energy so we may be in a space to receive. Right? Let's ground ourselves so in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of the shifts, we know all is well. So where is all hell? What's showing up? Right? Where are you being called to grow up? What boundaries are you being called to set spiritually, energetically, even fucking emotionally? Because there's some shit that need to flow, but don't drown in that. There may be a story that need to be rewritten. Because you may find yourself falling victim to your own story. The most important story that we tell is the one that we tell ourselves. That is the one that we're going to experience. That is the one that we are recreating or aligning with. So let's be honest. Let's acknowledge what's coming up and let's rewrite that thing. Let's one line it, initial, and rewrite. Literally, you may want to write a book. You may want to write a paper. You may want to write a little paragraph of the future relationship, the future business, the future energy that you want to be in. Whether it's peace, balance, harmony, you feeling stable, secure, aligned, whatever. Right? So this will be a powerful time for you to be honest and allow for yourself to be honest and write down, hey, what do I truly feel right now? What am I scared of right now? And then follow up with something that is in alignment with your highest self. Okay? So we got boundaries and we have balance and harmony. Okay. Brown Skin said, I'm back. What I missed? I don't know when you left, so I can't tell you. All right. What we got? We have funeral. Come on, close-ups. Come on, close-ups. So this is the end of an emotional cycle for a lot of y'all too. Come on, conjure. Come on, what you conjuring up? Card number 1. Then we talk about today being the ending and the beginning. The ending and the beginning here. Manifestations flowing in. Manifestations flowing in. So be responsible. You could play a little bit. Just don't get carried away. But we have this funeral, this ending, celebration of life energy. Somebody may have heavy Scorpio, born on the 9th, Virgo energy. We have blast from the past. This is a test. This is beautiful. So this feels like another opportunity to take advantage of something. A relationship could be coming back as well, like a past life relationship. There could be something that is ending and something coming together simultaneously, like a relationship over here could be ending. Some of y'all are closing up karmic cycles with your ex, with your whoever, your baby daddy, your baby mother, right? And who from DMV with your baby mother. And so now this blast from the past energy, some past life energies coming through to test you, to see, like, are you ready for me? Somebody's past energy may be a little triggered, popping up, showing up, snapping off, because you done buried it. You done put something to rest here. So again, they may be coming to test you to see if you're going to honor the boundaries. You told them, hey, leave me alone, or I'm done with you, I'm good, or you said whatever the hell, you going to stand on that, or you going to let them ease on back in? Are you going to stand on that with this manifestation, with this one Leo energy? What else we have? We have delayed, not denied. Delayed, not denied. So you were not denied. We just had to let the shit play out. You had to align. You had to come into a certain energy. You had to come into a certain energy. Okay? There could have been some kind of rejection, some kind of like something that took a long time. Some of y'all been waiting literally lifetimes. Some of y'all have been waiting lifetimes for this moment. There is something very pivotal about to happen. And I got chills in me bones, bitch. Thought about Mr. Krabs. So this could have something to do with finances, but this is not only financial. This is something in the material realm with all of this this Capricorn. That's earthly matters. That's tangible. That's you can touch it, feel it, touch it, bring it, babe, watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it. Pay it no mind. Literally, redirect your thoughts. Pay it no mind. Literally, redirect your thoughts. So some of y'all may need to move on from this past energy. And it could be a story. It doesn't have to be a person. Again, like I said, redirect your thoughts. We need to go ahead and move forward now. So go ahead and move like you've been approved. Oh! Go ahead and move like you've been approved. But somebody is not worth their time. Something is no longer worth their time. R.I.P. bitch. Rest in peace. Literally. okay, Graffiti. I think he gonna come. Because the only reason he wasn't was because he's cooking. But we running divine. So by the time I get to him, he might be able to slide. So we'll see. What else we have? We have Virgo. Come on, Virgo, with this grounding energy. Then we talk about the magnifying glass. I can't, remember I was sharing with y'all my highly anticipated oils that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking for the Cancer Ease. I'm looking forward to the Fierce. I'm about to print out all my labels for the rest of the year, so I ain't got to worry about them, bitch. So I was so excited because I was creating on the day. But I look forward to the Focus because I said I was looking forward to Ease from Cancer. I'm looking forward to the Fierce Leo energy because I'm a big Leo. I'm looking forward to the Balance from Libra energy. I'm looking forward to the Unveiled from the Scorpio moon. I'm looking forward to the Expansive. And remember, I was like, the other ones are cool. But honestly, I look forward to the other ones because that Virgo energy is going to help us when it comes to networking. It's going to help us when it comes to planning, to move into alignment. It's going to help us see a little more clearer. It's going to bring a lot of grounding energy as well. So some of y'all may need to look at your Mercury or your Virgo placements. I know I have a Virgo Mercury. And so some of y'all may need to look at your Virgo placements to see where you need to organize your life to move in more flow. Okay? Because I exempted the Virgo oil. I was like, that's all right. The Capricorn oil. And those are the oils that you want. Because those are the grounding ones. Those are stability ones. Those are the future planning ones. Those are the ones. The Aquarius. The damn I forgot what her name is, bitch. What's your name? I think Aquarius is enlightened. The Pisces, the visionary energy. So anyway, we got Virgo here though. You said I was just about to say something about Cancer. Crystal said I'm gonna be a well-oiled machine. Lubricated, bitch. Lubricated. Dead ass. We got leap of faith. So this is you trusting God's plan. This is you trusting your higher self's plan. Some of y'all may feel this urge to just do stuff like we've been talking about. You like, hold on, but how long I gotta do it? When is my check? When am I gonna get my check? When is my lover coming in? When's the beginning? When's the end? Right? But with this Virgo energy, Spirit's like, I just need you to move in alignment. The moon is in Virgo, like I said. So some of y'all may be called to go ahead and think ahead, get some stuff done ahead of time or something like that so you can be in alignment. But we have a leap of faith. So tomorrow may be very significant. This upcoming Cancer season is going to be very, very significant. We do have a major Cancer transit coming up too. When is it? What is it? When does what? Is it Saturn? Saturn enters Cancer? Jupiter enters Cancer. Jupiter enters Cancer on the 9th of June. And that's going to be calling for us to shift. I'm going to post a video, but that's going to be calling for us to shift more into nurturing, resting in that divine feminine, tending to family. And that's where our expansion is going to come from. So some of y'all are going to be called to make some kind of some different moves here. And your intuition are also with the Jupiter entering Cancer on the 9th. A lot of our intuitions are going to be heightening as well. And it's going to be in Cancer for like the next a little over a year. So our shift's going to be focused. Our focus is going to be shifting more to family, healing and things like that. And that's where our expansion, our luck, our prosperity is going to come from. So what else we have? We have unlocked. This is so beautiful. I'm here. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. Let me see. Manifestations coming into fruition. Didn't I say that with this manifestation conjure woman card? Manifestation, didn't I say go ahead and move like you've been approved? Didn't I say with that Capricorn energy, this is real tangible. You can touch it, bring it, babe. Taste it, smell it. Manifestations coming into fruition, unlocked. I said them pipes are unclogged. Got your ass, you're going to be smiling from ear to ear like, okay. I was thinking about that too. When I was doing all them petitions and things that I told y'all I read about, this was years ago when I first started my walk, when I first started connecting with the Legua, when I first started like really getting deeper into my North Node, my Scorpio North Node. I was wondering if I was doing it right. I was like, am I getting it right? Am I doing it right? Because it's like my intuition was speaking, but some things I couldn't articulate. A lot of the things I was self-taught, right? And I'm like, am I doing it right? And I see now that I was always doing it right. There were some things that I was a little cloudy, you know, I was a little off, but I was doing exactly what needed to be done though. And I had my full circle epiphany when I needed to have it. But some of y'all may be wondering, am I doing it right? Look at your birth chart. Okay? That's what this Virgo energy. Yeah, that's what this Virgo energy is as well. Let's look at the birth chart. What's your placements? We talk about that. What's your Jupiter? What's your life path? What's your North Node? What's your Venus? What are these things? It's time that we go beyond just intuition and really gain an understanding of ourselves so we can know how we need to move. So we can know what our strengths are. So we can know what our weaknesses are. CrystaLineMars.com. I got you if you need assistance. Okay? Shh. Keep this a secret. Keep this a secret. Virgos are also very secretive. Virgos are also very secretive. So this is, you ain't got to tell everybody everything. You ain't got to tell everybody everything. Everything is not for everybody. Clean your home, clear your mind. Did y'all cleanse your house today? That's what the hell, again, let's make space. Let's get to the house. What's your house like? Like I told y'all, I be doing all this door opener shit, and I had to look at my front door, literally. Bitch, you got all the cobwebs. You tell my old goon, open the, clear the way. Dublé, you clear the fucking way. You clear the way, bitch. You got cobwebs and shit. The fuck you talking about? Open the doors. You open the doors and now spiders and flies coming in. Shit. So, no, literally, like, mop your floors. Vacuum. I'm being called to mop more. I'm like, God damn, bitch. I need to mop a little more. Shit, I already feel like I mop every day, bitch. Now I gotta mop every day. Head ass. So you may feel the need to tighten up on your cleanliness. Cleaning your shower, not wait until a rain appears. Like, no, just cleaning the shit. Because you know it's some unseen shit there. Right? Clearing your temple. Cleansing your temple. Doing your rituals even when shit's sweet. Covering yourself even when shit's sweet. Knowing that it's a little bit of a little salt around the corner. I was talking to my in-law today, my pops, and I had gifted him some shield oil. Some protection, Scorpio moon, shield oil. And he has heavy Scorpio energy, and he be like, he work at night, and he be out in them streets, and there be a lot of shit happening that night that he be sharing with us. And I was like, yeah, you could definitely benefit from this. He was like, oh, I'm good. I cuss him out, I need to cuss him out, I don't bring nothing home. I said, oh, we all bring a little something. There is some kind of residual energy. That's just like you saying, oh, I went outside today. I didn't sit down on a chair. I ain't dirty. Bitch, it's particles in the air. It is particles in the air. It's a little dirt I got on your ass. Okay? So I don't care how big, how little. We don't want to wait until things weigh on us. We don't want to wait until energy really starts to show itself and fuck our shit up before we want to take action, before we want to go to war. No, bitch, I'm gonna go ahead and set up these booby traps. I'm gonna go ahead and do my cleansing. So nothing sticks. Okay, and if it did get on me, I'm gonna go ahead and blow that off. I'm gonna brush that off. I ain't gonna let that build up. So this cleaning your home, clear your mind, is your physical vessel, your physical home where your spirit dwells, but also where your vessel dwells. So we gotta tighten up a little more on that too. Right? Head over to the website, CrystallineMars.com. We have our Fiery wall of protection. Great for sprinkling at your doors. Sprinkling in the corners of your home. Sprinkle a little bit in your car, wherever your spirit leads, around your workspace, especially to those of you who got them bitches at the job. At my job, Jody. At my job. So we have this. We have Cascadia. We have our Quita Maldición. Our curse removal candles on CrystalineMars.com. We got our Shango protection candles, CrystalineMars.com. Right? We got our black obsidians. We got our loose stones. Our come here's and leave us a fuck alone, bitch. So get what you need. Get your shield oil. Your 4 ounce. If you know like I know. Okay, let's see what we got. We about to close out, y'all. We got Miracle, no way. I told y'all, man. Soldier Boy, tell him. The dance flow silly. The ladies gon' feel me. That's what it was. When I remember, I was like, there's like some pivotal shifts. There's like some major energy. I picked up on this energy for the collective where there's like, either you're about to come into contact with some entity, deity, person, spiritually, physically manifested. However, that's going to change your fucking life for the greatest and highest good. Some of y'all are about to change people's fucking life on a global scale, on a massive scale, even on a small scale. And like it may be just the people at the job, or it may just be your neighbor or something like that. But it's going to be so fucking pivotal. So fucking pivotal. This is you coming into alignment and in harmony with the people who are going to help you build, people who are going to invest in you, people that you can invest in as well. Very much reciprocal energy. There's somebody in this room, somebody was sleeping on you. You may have been trying to convince them, pick me. You may have been trying to channel energy for them. You may have been trying to show them your worth, your value. And the tables have turned, or they're about to. And you're about to be put in position to show exactly what you've been trying to tell them. And they have no choice but to see because of the position that they are in. Some of y'all felt unheard, unseen. You got so frustrated because you were denied. You were laughed at. You weren't considered. You weren't picked. But the Most High picked you. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Journal. Then we talk about this, writing a book. Writing it down, making it plain, being specific. Write the truth that you really feel, even if it's not the brightest, the lightest, and follow up with something that serves. But let's be mindful of what we speak over ourselves. Again, if you know you clocked in 40 plus hours, what are you speaking over your life? Are you questioning? Do you ever question when you clock in 40 plus hours, or you clocked in 35 hours? You know what to expect. Are you saying, shit, I hope my check fat? No, you like, bitch, I know I got time and a half. I know I do, because that's the law. But are you studying the laws of the universe? We got share the news. So watch your mouth, share the news. So like I said, be mindful of who you share, what you share with, because not everybody needs to know every fucking thing. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, damn, I didn't tell a lot of my family members that I'm pregnant. I'm not keeping it a secret, but I'm just not bragging about it either. Right? So there could be some things where it's just like, well, the opportunity just didn't present itself. And I'm not just about to like put it out there. You know, if they ask, then I share. But, you know, that's more so the energy too. It's not that you have to keep everything a secret, but it's more so like, if they don't ask, don't tell. Shit. And then if they do ask, be tactful with what you tell. You don't got to tell all the details. Keep it cool. Keep it cool. You know, I got a little sign. Nothing too major. And that shit might be major, high key for you, but you keep it low key. Keep it low key. All right, we done. Focus on the desired outcome. We have bitters. So like I said, we want to stay forward. We want to stay focused moving forward. But don't forget, we got the little bitters here. So we want to make sure when our spirit leads that we do our cut and clears, that we do our road openers to keep the roads clear. Right? Some of you may be called to get like a horseshoe. Put a horseshoe above your door. Get you an altar at your door. Start working with Ogun and Ilegwa. But we have the pay raise. Speaking of it. We got everything that glitters ain't gold. Everything that glitters ain't gold. So use your discernment here. With the bitters. Every shut eye ain't sleep. Every goodbye ain't gone. And every smile ain't happy for you, bitch. It's okay to ask for help. But we have manipulate. Don't allow truth to be altered. You know, some of us have been under manipulation spells for so fucking long that now we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust our discernment. We don't trust our people. We don't trust our sister. We don't trust our mother. We don't trust anymore. And so maybe you're like, I got to do it by myself. I can't talk to nobody. I can't. You can. You just got to ask your higher self to help you to fucking discern. Ask your ancestors to help ground you. So you can stand fortified in the midst of this manipulation and things like that. So you can use the tool instead of the tool using your ass. I was talking to somebody today about Ilegwa, and they were saying how he's negative, how he's, Dark's trickster. And I was like, yes, Ilegwa is the trickster. But Ilegwa has dual energy. He is connected to the Mercury energy. He has a shadow and he has a light. He will trick your ass if you're naive, if you're not discerning. But it is ultimately to teach you a lesson. It's ultimately to challenge you, to test you, to strengthen your skills. Not just to fuck around. He like to play, but not in a way where it's like just to fuck with you. It's going to teach your ass a lesson, either to not fuck around or you need to get the fuck up. You need to tap the fuck in. And once you bring that discernment in, Ilegwa is the one you want to fucking go to. But if you let him use you, he going to fucking use your ass and play with you. Princess and the Frog. Create illusions and all this shit. Have your ass going in a doozy. But if you bring that discernment to the table, you can shift the energy, and he could work for you. Okay? So some of y'all may need some help with closing some manipulative doors or discerning, like I said. But there's a duality to everything. And I was talking to the lovely as well, and he was saying how he was like, I think, our ancestors created that realm. Our ancestors created that realm when it comes to like the Orisha and things like that. And I was like, fair enough. That's a perspective. I was like, but the perspective that I choose to take is I remember that I am the new ancestor. And that is the story that they created, whatever those stories are. And my job, what I choose to do, the job that I applied for and that I chose to take on, is to evolve that story, to heal that story. Just like there are a lot of stories where they say, oh, don't have Shango, don't have Ogun in the same spot because they had their beef. Don't have the sisters in the same spot because of what Oya and Oba went through in their story. They don't fucking get along, and the manipulation and she cut her ear off and the hating ass bitches and shit like that, and they don't fuck with each other. And when I started working with them, I was like, all right, we're not doing that. That's what we not doing. We coming to fuck together. We coming to fuck together. We gonna heal that narrative. I'm not keeping y'all ass separate. We're not doing that. And so I choose to recreate the narrative. So remember, you are the new ancestor. So what narratives are already written and how can you evolve that? What trauma can you dissolve? What trauma can you heal within yourself? What stories are you replaying? That's no longer working. Don't let these stories that are told to you, whether it's in your bloodline, whether it's about spirituality, whether it's about religion, lock you in. Evolve. I keep reminding us, that's what this age of Aquarius is about. Evolving those perspectives. Transcending beyond what we were taught, beyond what we know. Challenging that. Rising above. And not just taking everything at face value. Taking nothing at face value. Knowing that that face value is only dependent on the perspective that we look at. And once we evolve, now that face ain't quite so face because you're looking down on it. You got some stuff to look up to, some things to think about. So how are you feeding your spirit? How are you feeding your mind? Right? So I think we're pretty much good for the day. I think we're pretty much good for today. I do want to close out with, what do I want to close out with? I'm going to close out with, what's today? A Fortitude. Fortitude was birthed on my birthday, 8/18. That Leo energy, and in honor of it being the first and Sunday, Leo energy. We're going to close out with some Fortitude. Y'all go head over to the website, get your Oracle decks. Ashe Graffiti, you going to send it to the guys? Lemonade say, you put it down tonight, sis. Ashe. Thank you for receiving. So let's see what we got. Let me see if Lagai's joining. I do got Crystal here with us today. So I'm going to do, who said love you, good night? Oh, my sister. Okay. I'm going to put it down. You're going to fall in love. Look, guys, I was fucking around with him. We was talking about something earlier, and I was speaking my talk, and I was like, you picking up what I'm putting down? He was like, I don't know. It might be a little too heavy. So he might be putting down some heavyweight championship, bitch. Some heavyweight, bitch. Let me see. So what's our closeout? Don't run. Breathe and chill. Allow for all that is not of a higher vibration to be filtered within and without. Truth will be revealed. This card came out the other day. We talked about that with the things coming to the surface like the shells, right? You ain't got to dig. It's coming up for you to see. And that's all things done in the dark. That's all things that's been birthed in the dark. That's all the things that's been brewing, right? The seeds you've been planted are sprouting, right? Whatever seeds you've been trying to, like I said, just constantly bury and just keep on throwing sand on, it's coming to the surface. So don't run. Like I said, we're moving into this 6th energy. Slow down. Be still. Chill. Allow for what is ill to come to the surface and be revealed. Allow for what is healed to come to the surface and be revealed. Allow for what is ready to flow and grow to come to the surface. Truth will be revealed. Ashe? I shield. Come on, I shield. CrystaLineMars.com. So our declaration, I do have a declaration for us to close out on. And the declaration I invite you all to share with me is, I trust the universe. I trust the universe. To carry what I no longer need to hold. To carry what I no longer need to hold. I trust the universe to carry what I no longer need to hold. I trust the universe to carry, or I allow. Hell, bitch. I allow. Because it's about the allowance. Y'all remember allowance? Y'all remember the allowance? Are you going to allow? Because we got to first allow before we trust. I allow the universe to carry what I no longer need to hold. I allow. Come on, let's run that bitch back unless the trust resonates with you. Or you can say both. I trust and allow. I mean, it's your world. I'm just here, baby. I allow the universe to carry what I no longer need to hold. I allow the universe to carry what I no longer need to hold. I allow the universe to carry what I no longer need to hold. This is a very, I don't know if y'all really realize how sacred this container is. I don't even know if you realize how much releasing happens in this container. I don't know if you truly realize how much weight these declarations hold when we share this space. That's why I wanted to shift it into a nightly message, because this is a beautiful way to close out today. I get it. Some of our lovelies may catch this on the replay or whatever. But for the most part, it's pretty much PM for a lot of us. And even if it's AM for you, this is a message for you to close out on. All right, y'all? So let it be gone. Let it be gone. It is gone. It is released. Now let's go ahead and continue to flow with the energy. Thank y'all for sharing this space. And I'm now going to go ahead and get into our personal readings. I do have one baby boo on queue, and the doors are closed. I didn't tell y'all they was closed, but it was closed about 30 minutes ago. So y'all stay with us, because I know it's still something here for you to receive. I'm going to go ahead and pull, I'm going to go ahead and ask Brother Lagos if he's joining us. And I'm going to go ahead and do Crystal's reading. Ashe. And don't forget, head over to the website, CrystalineMars.com, and book y'all services, y'all. Book y'all tarot readings, your birth chart readings, your past life regressions, all your motherfucking sessions. Shikama, you coming?
Yeah, okay.
Ashe. Yay. Savannah. Yeah, he's coming. I think we could use some of Brother Guys' energy for sure. We've been on fire. I'm excited to see what he has for us tonight. So y'all stay with us. He's going to be giving us our spiritual lesson of the day. I've been rocking with the lessons lately. I like when he talk about like women and men and relationships and like, you know, earthly shit. I like when he talk about spirit stuff too, but okay. So Crystal, you here? Peace, you finding. Shout out to the lovely who just placed an order. Shout out to the lolly. I return it back times a million. Graffiti said, bet. Lesson and clearing. Run it, bitch. Run it. Yes, Graffiti. Send it to him so I can just receive, bitch. Oh, a lovely just booked. Oh, Kyla. Hey, Kyla. Yay. Kyla booked. Okay, Crystal. Oh. Okay, so Crystal, to answer your question, the Fortitude card came out. It's time to move on. You've dwelled in this space long enough. Call your power back and carry on, beloved. Leave the past where it is. So what I get is you could do like a meditation, and you could do this in the shower. You could do this. You could do it on the bed. You could do it on the floor. You could do it I give you anything you can handle. Rika Lee, Shalisha, Keisha, Shalandra, Monica, Monique, Christina, Yolanda. So you pretty much just need to gather the pieces of you back together, because it's just like a part of you is just still stuck in the past. All of you isn't, obviously. But yeah, so you could literally just visualize like fragments of you. Y'all know I like to share this one every so often, but I'm getting this for you. Fragment, it could be puzzle pieces. It could be literally like a younger version of you, or you could just see reflections of you in these different spaces. It doesn't have to be in anywhere specific, but just breathe and focus on, like, as you inhale, sucking your energy back, calling your energy back. That's all. I just feel like there's a recollection that needs to happen. There's a recollection that needs to happen. Mazine said, what the hell? Because I was just seeing all the reflections of her. But let me see if I can get some more information. What the hell, Leonte? Crystal said, I'm so ready. I love that. You got an hour. Did you get an hour session, Kyla? Okay. Yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So like I said, recollecting the pieces. Recollecting your pieces here. I do feel like you could benefit from a grounding mat too. You could benefit from a grounding mat. I share that with us every so often. Get you a carbon-based grounding mat. They're only like $20, maybe 30 or something like that on Amazon. If you do need the deets, you could DM me. But I think it's, what's it, Baba? Yugu? What is it? Kuga? Yuga? What is it?
Hockey.
Huh?
It's a hockey.
I said 3 things. Which one?
Something like that.
Yeah, Yuga Hooga, Booga Dooga. DM me and I get it to you. Okay? But it's on Amazon. You said your root chakra clearing and ritual. Oh, you got both on. Don't play with them. Yeah, we got the 8 of Wands. It's a lot of moving parts. That's what it is, Crystal. So yeah, you need to ground yourself because it's a lot moving and you just trying to like you're trying to stabilize. With you being a Taurus, y'all are very slow to move. You don't really care. You you really value your stability. And so there are things beyond control that are happening right now, and you're just trying to stay afloat as well, and it's a little unsettling just because you're like in this uncertain space. You're uncomfortable, you're ready to move, but you're like, hold on, where am I going, how long I'm gonna be there, who gonna be there, what's the itinerary? You have all of these questions, and that's where the anxiety is coming from the unknown of what's on the other side. Okay, you said so accurate. Yeah, so grounding is gonna be your best friend. Yeah, we had the Knight of Cups here, like I said, and the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is slow movement. So with this being in reverse, this is the complete opposite. Okay, this is the complete opposite. It's a lot of moving parts. So grounding is just gonna be key for you, and that's gonna help you just navigate gracefully. You may not understand everything right now, and that is okay, but it will help you stabilize your energy through breathing as well. I'm getting some breath work. You say, yep, I looked them up after you mentioned it last month or so, but you didn't get it yet. Get your thing. Yeah, we have the King of Cups here. We have the Three of Wands here. And we have the Page of Wands. So yeah, I do see like new opportunities coming in. This is giving like that unlocked energy, like I picked up for the collective. Your ship's coming in, opportunities, things are moving for you. So it's just emotionally, you just need to stabilize yourself. Like I said, do you have a red candle, Crystal? Did you get a deeply rooted candle? A deeply rooted candle or a deeply rooted ritual? Kyla just booked hers. One of those two or both of them will be very beneficial. Okay, you may want to eat more of your reds, your avocados, your wear more browns, reds, wear your red jasper, your pyrite, your obsidian, your tiger's eye, right? Your anklets, okay? I got my baby blues on. So those are going to be some tools to assist you with just grounding right now. So that's what I got for you. That's what I got for you, babe. All right. So thank y'all for sharing this space. I love y'all. I look forward to y'all bookings. And don't forget to take advantage of our last few hours of the 15% off sale. All of the rituals are 15% off as well. The jar rituals. Crystal, you can even benefit from a jar ritual. I mean, a jar, you can do a jar ritual or you can do your custom spell jar. So get a root chakra jar, get a root chakra spell jar. That'll help you as well. The little spell jars, they're travel friendly. The 3-ounce ones are a little larger. Those are more for like altar friendly, bedside friendly. But your travel spell jars, those are pocketbook friendly. Those are pocketbook friendly. So I'm going to go ahead and move out the way. And Brother Lagasse is going to give us our spiritual lesson. So y'all stay with us and I'll see y'all in the comments. Graffiti said he sent in a love offering for a clearing tonight. To you, Asali. Ashe. Let me just get this music. I don't know what had happened. What had happened was Ashe. I love y'all. Peace. Hold on, let me move the camera. You on Candy's camera now. Peace to y'all on TikTok. Hey, hey. All right.
Ashe, peace, family.
What I say?
Today's spiritual lesson is people and love. People and love. This should be a short one. I was speaking to someone the other day, and I spoke to this person quite a few times. It's been a little while since I've seen them. So I was talking to them, and we were talking about different things about life. And I asked him about what spiritual inclinations or developments or whatever that he has come across lately. And he started talking about how he's just come to realize he needs to focus more on following his highest passions and desires and not be so concerned about what other people think or say or whatever. Just the basic everyday stuff, right? The common realizations. But then he started talking about how now he doesn't have the greatest relationship with family members, even though that's pretty much all he's around is his family, either by himself or with his family members. He's not much of a social person necessarily. But at the same time, he doesn't have much of a, connection to his family. I find a lot of people seem to have that issue, that challenge, or harbor a certain level of animosity towards their own family, right? Now, even me personally, I don't necessarily. It's not that I hang out or speak to my family members on a regular basis, or always chopping up necessarily. But I don't harbor, the animosity towards them either. I harbor no animosity or feel any types of ways about my experiences. I think a lot of that has to do with just a lack of. It's more of not necessarily what's happened to you, but it seems that people are holding on to more of what they did not receive, or what they wish they would have experienced or had, with their family members. It seems to be more centered around that. But anyway, I asked him, well, if you have this, if your goal is to follow your highest desires and passions in life, then what are those, right? We've talked about this before, but he reminded me it's to do very sacred geometrical type of architecture, and so that he can help people be healthier, be more secure, be in a better environment, be more healed, all of these things. So then I asked him a very deep question that he never thought about, that almost nobody thinks about. And I've kind of mentioned that on here before. And I said, you want to help people. That's great, right? I said most people actually, they want to help people, whatever career, whatever they want, their purpose in life. In some kind of capacity, they'll always say it's to help people in some type of way. And my next question was well, if you want to help people, do you love people? And he got stuck. He was like, I never thought about that. Do I love people? And as he's sitting there thinking about it, he's like, well, it's hard to answer because he felt like whatever his answer was, like if he loves people, then he has to say that, he loves himself. And if he doesn't love people, then he would be saying he doesn't love himself. And the issue was that, of course, he wanted to say that he loves. Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know what he wanted to say. I can't even say. I can't really assume what it is he wanted to say. I don't know. But whatever it was, there was a disconnect. There was a blockage. There was a contradiction somewhere in there for him, because he was like, if I say this and it's going to reflect this other way. And if I'm not loving myself, but I'm saying I'm loving people, then what's going on? Am I lying to myself? Or if I, don't love other people, but I'm saying I love myself, then what? Then how can that be? That can't, because they both are the reflections of each other. So this is why I put this on the board, because so many of us want to help people. But do you love people? And number one, if you don't love people, why would you want to help people that you don't love? Why would you want to help strangers that you don't love? Right? And if you only have the only love you truly have is for your family, then even if you don't necessarily have the best relationship, or the relationship that you truly desire, or connections you truly desire, it would make more sense to have your goals to be to help your family, because that's who you actually love. So that is not only, it's less of a lesson and more of a something to think about. The people that you want to help in life, do you love them? Right? And then if you say I do, well then why do you love them? Especially with people that you don't know. And if you do love people that you don't know, do you have that same type of love and compassion for those who are related to you by blood? Ashe. So that's today's spiritual thought. And now we'll go into the Q&A, into the clearing as well, Ashe. Ashe. Peace to everybody on all the OGs on IG. To Kiki Blunts in the wheelchair and MZ Law. Peace to all those on TikTok and all the YouTubers. We appreciate all the likes, shares, and the subscribes. Ashe to Graffiti says, let me head over to IG. Ashe, we chop it up. Ashe to that. Peace to Melanated Queen. Ashe. As we wait on, no, Graffiti's already in the building. So I don't see any questions, comments, or concerns, so I'll go ahead and bring Graffiti on. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, OG.
Peace. What's going on?
I don't even know how to start to answer that question. But all I can say is just going.
Okay.
Living a bit more freely.
Freely, okay.
That's part of the meditation that I would like to do tonight too. Just like when I said like heart chakra release, third eye cleansed, just like the weight and the burden of just like old constant stories being replayed, you know, being stuck in cycles with the stress, the doubt, the anxiety. I did like a little meditation on this today too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess that's just feel like that's just why I'm in this mood right now. Like, but I'm good. Like everything's cool. You know, I'm doing the right things that I need to be doing. Everything's all in its timing. You know. How's everything for you?
Well, everything is well. It's where it's normally has been. I'm in a state of discovery right now. I'm in a state of discovery. I'm on a current journey of trying to find a door. I'm looking for a door. I just don't know what door it is, but I'm looking for a door right now. So I'll shade to that.
Yeah, that's a deep one. Looking for a door, you don't know where's it going to, what it look like even.
Right, this is true. I don't know where it's going to, where it's at, what it looks like. Mm-hmm. But yet I know it's nearby. It's right in front of me.
You can feel it.
right in front of me. I just, once I see it, I know that I'll know it was always there to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Right? But even knowing that, you still can be a journey, right? Because it's more of a.
Yeah.
It's more of a.
I felt that.
Yeah, it's more of, and I was watching a quick the Last Airbender, the Avatar show. I was watching a little clip on YouTube, and he was talking to the Avatar guy kid. He was talking to like a what's it called,
The guru.
A guru. Talking to a guru, right? To the guru, and the guru was like telling him how to unblock his chakras, so he can go to the Avatar state.
That was my favorite scene. I think that's literally where my spiritual journey started, because I always come back to that. But continue on.
Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, so I was looking at that, because I was looking for this door. So I'm like, okay, let me watch this clip and try to get a better understanding about this door that I am looking for, right? And then of course at the end of his chakra meditation, the last one, he couldn't finish it. He had to go. He had to go save his lady friend, the Avatar. So I thought about that. I was like, because eventually he ends up unblocking all of his chakras, right? And it's like, but the guru. That's the thing about gurus, right? Because the guru is like, if you leave now, then you won't be able to unblock it. But he left anyway. I was like, well, he left.
And ended up getting shot.
Huh?
By Zula. And ended up getting shot by Zula. So the emotions can really, like, it's okay to make those decisions, like, in those feelings, but you can't be dragged down by it, because like the guru said, like, once you go down this, like, once you stop here, if you stop here now, then it's gonna be consequences.
Right. The guru did say that, but at the same time, the guru, what he said, he was wrong. Because he said you wouldn't be able to unlock it, but he unlocked it anyway. So then I thought about that. I was like, what does that mean? And I immediately was like, because the guru at the end of the day is just a person.
Yeah.
Just a person, right? He holds wisdom, but he does not hold the answers to all things. So then I thought about, so I was like, what does that mean? And what it meant to me was that, Pan, that's his name, right? Pan, the Avatar, he was already destined to unlock the chakras, but the chakras had to be unlocked at a certain time. Right? Yes, there's a certain technique that was necessary. He needed to learn the technique. But even when you learn the techniques, it does not mean that at the time you learn it, that's the time that you are supposed to implement them or master them or finish them. Right? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. In his case, he was meant to learn them all then, but he wasn't meant to unlock them all at that point in time.
Right.
Right. So that's how I see the door that I'm searching for, that though the door is right there, I'm just not meant to unlock the door yet. It's not so much that I'm searching for the door, like I have to do certain things necessarily to find the door, is that, part of it is it has to be the right time. It has to be the right time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before the door can even be allowed. So that was part of my that's another part of the spiritual lesson for tonight.
Yeah. My takeaway from that was at least you got the keys for when it is time.
Right. This is true. That is definitely that's a very deep way to think about it. I definitely keep the keys on me. I definitely keep the keys on me. Which I guess and that seems to be, and usually we don't have the keys. We not only do we not have the door, but we don't have the keys either. We don't have either one. And I've actually felt like I've had the keys for some years now. But the challenge I would kept coming into over the years is that it just hasn't felt like it's been time to use those keys. And like every once in a while, it's like, okay, it's time for me to use this key. Every once in a while, it's time for me to use that key. But I have all these other keys. I'm ready to use them, but it doesn't feel like it's time. Not just the feeling like in my gut, but like, life in general. It's like, nah, not quite yet. Not quite yet.
Dang, I feel like I'm going through that like right now in this moment. The small plug here. The tarot deck that I was drawing, like it literally writes out or is depicted out my story, in a sense. So I can't shuffle the cards right now and pull from like I normally would. Using that tool. I gotta paint it all first, and then copy them, and then get them like printed and stocked up or whatever. But I'm gonna show like the process eventually of me painting them, just to get like some content with it.
Yeah.
But most of this stuff is actually on pause, like me doing reads for myself, things like that. Is because I can't shuffle up the deck. It's because it's a work of art. I'm a work of art in progress, pretty much. So,
sure. Peace.
Definitely got the keys, but it ain't the right time.
Yes, that's how they describe it in the Matrix as well. When you have the, I think it was the Matrix, the second one, with the key master. I think that's his name. The guy who makes all the keys. He has all these keys, but they're useless until it's the right time to use the key to open those doors, right? I think when he gave the key to Neo, he said, you'll know when you reach the door, you'll know. Let's see.
And every lie in that movie, you coming back to it. When you get to the clear.
I'm such a big advocate for the movies. NY Deb says also sounds like a common thing with collective paths, doors, decisions, but confusion of steps needed next and in which direction. Shay. NY Deb says found out Sad Guru on YouTube. I'm not sure. I don't know who Sad Guru is, but said believes in depopulation. Was shocked and unsubbed. Interesting. I would like to know what this Sad Guru has to say about depopulation. I want to know the perspective of what they might mean. I don't know if it just, because from a certain perspective I could understand, but it all depends though. If we're just talking about killing people, just actively trying to commit genocide, then I definitely would not agree with that. I could not be a part of that. But if we're talking about on a spiritual level, because I would say on a spiritual level, the majority of the population is in a sense not real people. Or it's not like the original soul. I'll say that's a lot of splintering of the souls. So if we get down to our original soul beings, I think there would be a lot less amount of people on the planet. That's just my personal opinion.
It is mad crowded here. Like that's gotta be my worst enemy. It's just traffic. Like, why is there so many people here? If I go to somewhere and it's crowded, I'm like, nah. And I remember you telling me to do more cleansing, more like not just do one big one when I get home, but constantly do cleansing. Imagine yourself like in that white light. Imagine that energy on you, and it just cleansing away. I've been doing that a lot more often. Like, and then yeah. So that brought me to the lesson. Actually, that brought me to the lecture. I was about to say lecture, but to the lesson about people and loving. So here's the thing, right? So you love or your family. You learn love in your family. Your mother, your brother, sister, aunt, granny, grandma, grandfather. Uncle. You learn love in your family, right? And you wanna see like your family members do well, and spread that love, enjoy that with them, experience life with them. You see everyone prosper, do all that, but you wouldn't do the same for a person that you just met, or somebody just randomly off the street, or like your neighbor or whoever. But that doesn't. I don't believe, at least, that doesn't mean you don't know love, because you wouldn't show the same love to your family that you would to this person, that person, and the other, or even friends. Even I personally, I don't believe that doesn't mean that you don't love yourself or don't know love at all. That just means to me that on a certain level, you want, number one, choose who you show your love with, because that's how you experience with it. And 3 and 2, you're just gonna be more guarded against that person, because there's too many, I'm gonna say qualities about them that you just don't know. You don't know whether this person could be like a thief, murderer, anything like that, dishonest, distrustful, or this, that, and the third. So there's guards up, there's walls, there's borders, and just in order to protect that love that you got, that you're able to feel with the people that's close to you. But at the same time, you should be able to feel compassion or sympathy towards someone who doesn't have those same things as you, the access to the fortune. They got to live off the street, they got to do this, that, and the third. But you have to love yourself enough to know that if I do this with this person, is that going to help them then get to the point where they have that love that in that family, in their neighbor, or whatever. That's just my standpoint on it. I don't necessarily believe that you have to show everybody that same level of love just to show that you love yourself or able to feel love. You can put people into different like categories, I guess, of what value you hold them as when it comes to feeling love. Like someone, say like you're the owner of a company, right? And you got thousands of people signing up or applying to fill out the positions in your job. You're gonna want to extend your love to people who they're showing that they want the position, or able to do the position, do the work that position is required for them to then get to that level where they're stable in their life, they are taking care of their families, they are doing everything that they can do for their loved ones and the people they hold dear. And it won't be a thing of just, I'm doing this because I love this person. Nah, I'm doing this because I see they want the opportunity, and I love to see people in a state of just wanting it for not only yourself but for others. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I don't know. That's just my perspective on it.
Yeah, I think that's actually in alignment with where I was hinting at when it came to the people and love and things like that and family. Because I didn't really give a concise answer of what you should necessarily do, but it was more I was posing a question. You know, and that question was kind of the lean towards kind of what you were talking about there. I would say that for me personally, I tried to show the how do I explain it? I don't really look at it as I'm showing. I might describe it this way, but just so people can understand it. But I don't really look at it as I'm showing one person more love than another. Like let's say a family member more than a stranger. But instead, to me, I'm showing everyone the equal amount of love. It may look different though.
Yeah.
I won't show a stranger. I'm not going to go hug a stranger, right? Or offer to give them things, my possessions, to a stranger.
Actually, camera dark for a second, but yeah, I'm listening.
It's all good. Not because I love them less. But I'm actually, to me, by me not doing those things because I don't know you, right? I am prioritizing not my love, but I'm prioritizing my energy. Just like the body has to prioritize its energy. What are we going to give energy to? The liver, or to the heart, or to the brain, or to the bones? All right? It's not that it's showing more love to any one organ. It's just that it's prioritizing. If I get energy first and more often to the heart and to the brain, then everything else will benefit more from it. It'll have this trickle down, it'll have this domino effect. So it's the same thing when it comes to people. It's like, if I give more energy to my immediate family, then I give secondary energy. If I give more energy first to myself, and then I give the secondary energy to my immediate family, then I give the third energy to my extended family, then I start to give the fourth of my energy to my maybe close friends or people in my community or neighborhood or whatever. And then the next level is to those who are maybe within my city or state or sports team or something like that. And then it trickles down, right? I have the same compassion for everybody. Same compassion for everybody, right?
Right.
But you're going to see me exercise more energy for those who are closer to me in proximity when it comes to their relation to me. Because the closer you are in proximity to me, just like the closer you are in proximity to me in relation, the closer you are to a proximity of my energy, which means, my survival, right? Which also goes for your organs. The closer and the more important an organ is for my survival, then the more my body's going to focus on giving its energy to that organ, right? It does not mean that any organ is loved more than the other. All right. So by me not just giving all my energy to strangers, but giving my energy more, prioritizing them to family members. And let's say you're not really close to your family members like that. That's fine, because maybe they have a certain level of distance, right? They're not quite ready to connect with you, right? Right. There's plenty of family members that are not quite necessarily ready to connect with me like that, or at least not on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
But what I don't do is then I say, well, I'm gonna take this energy and then go find strangers to give it to.
Yeah,
Because those strangers are not. Though they're still, just because they're strangers, because the family members might not be there. That doesn't mean that I should just give the energy somewhere else. No, instead,
right.
I maintain that energy, continue to build and grow myself, and when the time is ready and set for those family members to come around, then I can give them whatever energy I've been storing up. Right? Because I'm actually doing the strangers a disservice, and this is why this is the disservice. We're doing this as a country right now in America, where we are prioritizing helping the impoverished around the world, but then we're ignoring the poverty that's in our own country. We're trying to help improve the health levels of other countries around the world, but we're ignoring the health issues in our own country. Right? So when we prioritize the world about their safety and their education and their democracy and their health and their whatever, and then you ignore those closest to you, what happens? Society breaks down. Health breaks down. Consciousness breaks down. Mental, health breaks down. Everything just starts to break down.
Yeah.
And then you temporarily are helping those in the other countries, but because your country is getting sicker and sicker, you are now giving the stranger countries a weaker and weaker version of yourself. And what happens? Well, they say, like sometimes when they say, like in police officers, there's just a few bad apples when there's a couple of bad police officers, right?
Yeah.
But the whole saying is a few bad apples will spoil the whole bunch.
A bunch.
So if we are allowing our apples to become spoiled because we are so busy trying to help everyone else, we start becoming the spoiled apples as a collective, and then we pass that on to the strangers. They become spoiled. We all end up spoiling each other, and then this disease festers. Right? And then we as a collective, as a world, then start looking at things from this perspective too. It's like, oh, these strangers who don't know me want to help me, even though they're not even helping themselves, right? So,
yes. Oh, go ahead, wrap it up, yeah.
Bro, so it starts to develop in their psyche that strangers are supposed to prioritize strangers over your own family, over your own team. And then everyone starts practicing that, and then we end up becoming this distant society where people are not worried about their family. Instead, they're not giving money to their family. No, they're giving money to a stranger and then trying to promote it on their TikTok or on their YouTube or on their social media. And they're trying to get what? They're trying to get love and validation from who? Strangers. And then everything becomes about, I'm trying to connect with who? Strangers. While we're disconnecting to our family, which also trickles down to we disconnect from our own bodies and our own spirits and our own soul.
Yep. That's what we about to head. Right
So,
there, that heart chakra, so we can release all that. Oh yeah, so we can release all of that. Yeah, that dis-ease.
So to wrap that up, so we can go into the clearing. To wrap it up, I'll just say this: it's that the best way to help strangers is to first prioritize yourself. To second, prioritize your family. Because when you prioritize those closest to you, even if there's a strained relationship, but if that's your priority, you then give a better version of yourself to the strangers, and you set a better example to the strangers as well. And then by doing that, you give the strangers 10 times more love by first loving yourself and loving your immediate family. That's a greater version of love that you can give to a stranger than just trying to prioritize random people. Because that other version that I'm trying to prioritize random people because it makes me feel better, see, that's not love, that's validation. I'm looking for validation. It looks it's in a friendly way, it's in a helpful way, but you're looking for validation. You're not actually spreading love. You're spreading a tricky way, a sneaky way of trying to achieve validation. And that's why that's why no matter how many millions and billions all people give away and give on these whatchamacallits, all of these different non-profit organizations, and yet the world just keeps getting worse, it's because it's not out of love, it's out of validation. My goal is to create a non-profit that benefits my family, not that benefits random people. I thought about this quite a while ago. I'm going to create a nonprofit that the money and the resources in the nonprofit are not going to go to strangers. They're going to go to people who are related to me. Even if I don't necessarily talk to them that often, it doesn't matter. If you're related to me, you get to benefit from the nonprofit. Because that's love. Ashe. So I hope that's helpful.
Ashe, yeah.
Ashe, amazing. We'll have to get back to you on that one. She wanted to explain more. I think she was talking about how the depopulation thing. I think I'm gonna come back to that tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk about that. Ashe. NY Deb says off the cuff comment while attending the WHO conference. So not good. Stop having babies, to be exact. Okay, interesting. Stop having babies. Okay. Ashe. Right. I mean, I can't really say as far as to have babies, not have babies. I don't really have a dog in that fight, or whether or not. I can see those arguing for either side, whether to have more babies or to have less babies. It's there's benefits, pros and cons to both sides. When you look at nature is not about growing exponentially forever. Even though the universe is like, it seems infinite, technically it is finite. There is a finite that's why in science, no energy can be created nor destroyed. If it can't be created, that means it's finite. Right? So for there to be balance, there does need to be, a finite amount of anything and everything, including people, right? So I can understand. I can understand. From some perspective, from some point, I can understand. Shay. So let's go ahead and get to the clearing part here. Shay. So I'll go ahead and close your eyes, graffiti. All right. And take a deep breath. And as you're breathing, I want you to imagine in your mind like a ball of air. Just imagine like this air just swirling in a ball, right? Constantly and consistently. Take a next deep breath. As you're breathing and you're visualizing this ball of air, you should find that it gets easier and easier for you to breathe in the air, for your lungs to expand, right? Because you are building a relationship with the element of air by acknowledging her existence. So make sure you have that vision of that ball of air swirling, and take a deep breath. And as you continue to breathe, we speak to the heart chakra inside of you. That green lantern of energy in the middle of your chest. And with each breath, it pulls into that green lantern inside of your chest, revving up that green flame inside of the lantern, ferociously and violently twirling that energy inside of the heart chakra. And as you take a deep breath, you feel the heart chakra surge with a concentrated energy. And when you breathe out, it pushes out this dark smoke from out of the green lantern and into the ethers of space. As you breathe, you start to feel a surge of love energy inside of your being. You start to feel the love for life and existence. The love for water and hydration. The love for the sweet nectar of fruit. You feel the love for the mineralization of the leaves and the roots and the herbs of the earth. You feel the love for the wildlife, the love for the birds in the sky, the love for the fish in the sea. You feel the love for the breath in your lungs. The love for women. For the nurturing and the softness. You feel the love for your fellow man. For the camaraderie, for the strength. You feel the love for the closeness of family, of mother or father, of grandparents, of cousins. Feel the love for excitement and joy and peace. Feel the love for the many surprises that life brings us. The love for growth. The love for learning. The love for sharing. This love energy, as you breathe in, transfers its way into the third eye chakra. Filling up the blue lantern inside of your pineal gland with its blue flame, raging with electrical currents. With a blue eye right in the middle. Of that blue lantern. Around this lantern is a cluster of dark energies. Some crawling, some flying, some slithering. They look scary, they look deadly, they look dangerous. It looks like death all around you. And as you breathe in that love from the heart chakra, it shines its way through the third eye chakra and pushes this beam of blue love energy onto the surface, revealing behind the dark energies, revealing beautiful trees, revealing happy beings of all kinds, revealing lakes and springs and waterfalls, revealing sparrows and robins and eagles and hawks. Revealing dogs and cats, revealing horses, revealing goats, revealing lions, revealing rhinoceroses, revealing elephants. And as you breathe in this love energy from the heart into the third eye, it starts to reveal human-like beings, but in their truest form, in their highest form. It starts to reveal beings like Ogun, reveals Oya, reveals Yemiya, reveals Obatala, reveals Oshun, reveals Legba, reveals Odin, reveals Thor, reveals Loki, reveals Hela, reveals Hera. Reveals Hermes, reveals Zeus, reveals Ares, reveals Shiva, reveals Ganesh, reveals Buddha, reveals the angels, reveals the prophets, reveals Isis, reveals Horus, reveals Osiris, reveals Anubis, reveals Thoth, reveals Bas, reveals Sekhmet, and they all see you and they reveal you. And they bow down to you. They all go to one knee, showing not your superiority, but instead your equality. They are showing you respect. Presenting to you that you are one of them. Confirming the illusion that there is a separation. Confirming that we are all truly the same on the soul level. One by one, they dissipate and flow into your blue lantern, feeding its fire, boosting its energy, maximizing your vision. now, you see your reflection in the mirror. And as you look at it, the mirror starts to vibrate. It's like a liquid vibration coming from this mirror. As you turn your back to the mirror, you lean back into it, slowly melting into the mirror. And as you melt into the mirror, you are slowly reconstituting yourself back into your current physical body. So on the count of 3, 2, 1, boom, you are back into your physical 3-dimensional self. And with this we say Ashe, Asante, and Amen.
Amen.
Ime Kamalika, it is done.
Ashe. Anybody else hear thunder? Just me? Alright, cool.
Ashe. Yeah, I didn't hear
Shit, like the fletches and everything. Let me turn back on the light. There we go. Alright. Yeah, that one was the one right there. But I think the real reason why I wanted to clear tonight was because of that bro you posted. Once you start, you can't stop. And that made me think, like why stop? Why stop? That was definitely it right there, though.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but we do take pauses sometimes, so we do take pauses. And when it comes to gurus, if you have a guru assisting you through a process, you shouldn't stop. There's no need to stop because the guru will help you. But when you're doing it on your own, it makes sense to, have your moments in time. You take pauses because, you don't have all the answers, right? You don't have all the answers. Like, so just like I've done a lot of different spiritual exercises, and, there's been times where I had to stop. There's been times where I would do things every day, and then there were times I had to let go months and stop doing them altogether for months, just because it was too much for my physical body, to handle. Right, so it can be difficult when you don't understand the process. Right, and right now we're in a current state where the science and the techniques of spiritual activation and awakening is lost to us right now. There's not too many like real shamans that can really put you through the process. So that being said, we're all just trying to figure this thing out as we go along, right? So it's easy to do some things that are kind of cool at first, but then they kind of mess you up a little bit later, right? So it all depends. But the things that I share on here, when I do the things I share with you guys and the processes that I put you through, I know for certain it's not going to have like any negative effects, or won't be too stressful for your body. It's not going to be too stressful for your body. The things that I know, I stay away from those type of things. But I also do find, I think that I'm able to do, like by me guiding you guys through some of the processes, it's like, since I'm guiding you through it, you're not working as many of the spiritual and mental muscles.
Yeah.
So it ends up not being as stressful on you. Versus like when I do some of these things on my own, there's certain things like, see, like if I help you, like, breathe and rotate your chakras and put energy into your, your chakra, whatever, it energizes you, right?
Right.
When I do it to myself, if I do it like on a light level, it can feel kind of energizing. But if I go real hard with it, it can, depending on how I do it, it can actually hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
It can hurt a little bit, right? So I do find that doing stuff on your own, it does, since you're doing all the legwork yourself, it can be more stressful. It can be more stressful. And I have to be careful with it.
I felt that. I definitely been doing some breath work, chakra rotation, spiritual work, and it shows. Because even through that guided meditation that we being channeled inside of me at once will definitely put a strain on me. Like just the other day when I was in the meditation, there were so many beings whose symbols popped into my head, and I literally had to name all of them. I felt, and like the reason why I know I'm like getting better with these muscles being exercised. As soon as they popped up into my head, I knew exactly who you were.
Oh, sure.
All kinetic energies too.
Oh, sure. I'll show you to that. Sure. So we'll go ahead and end it there, unless you have any other questions.
Not necessarily questions. I'm gonna run it back and definitely revisit that space, just so I can get like a better handle, I'll say, on the energies that showed up. We'll do some studies.
Oh, sure.
Keep up my training.
And I think tomorrow maybe I'll try to I'll explain like some of the techniques on like opening up your like I don't know, I'll just say like your astral chakras. I'll just say it in that way. And kind of shutting down your physical body chakras. Because I find that is actually very effective in the dream world. You dream a lot more deeper. You're a lot more aware of things and of yourself. If you like kind of I put my chakras like in a sleep mode, and then I'll turn on these other chakras that I call like, you can call it the astral chakras. I turn them on. That way, it's like my astral body has the energy it needs to to be at its full power, basically, by having those chakras on. And then I'm giving my other chakras like a rest, allowing my physical body to rest in I get into a deeper sleep.
You know what I saw when you were saying that? I saw like spellcasting rings around the body.
Spellcasting rings.
Acting as like a power source or so. Okay. Something like that.
Okay.
Like while this is operating, this can rest, and vice versa. While you're here in this physical plane, you can operate. Those are
Well, I look at them all like, like the green, the Green Lantern, the actual Green Lantern.
Yeah.
How they recharge their rings. That's how I visualize the energy inside of the chakras. So each chakra, I see an orange lantern, I see a red lantern, I see a green. I see them like that. It makes it easier because when you create a construct, it makes it easier for you to stabilize and work with that energy.
Yeah.
Right.
I like doing the gear ones. The gear ones is cool, but I really like doing the ones that involve nature. Like I'll do pools. I'll do sometimes I do volcano, like with the lava rising.
Yeah.
I love doing planets.
That's right.
And galaxies.
That's right.
Like each chakra being a galaxy, and then that was my favorite, I think.
That's right. I do the galaxy one sometimes. I'll just see it like as a green galaxy, a blue galaxy. It kind of I switch. It depends on I go back and forth to see which ones I like better or which ones I find more effective. When I try to do certain things, like when I'm trying to, I've discovered if I want to get like a really intense chakra rotation going, then I'll use like a tornado type of effect. So I'll go into that chakra and I'll create this tornado type of energy in the color that it associates with. But I'll put it in this little ring or this tube, and I'll put it in that section of my body, and I'll just be spinning it as hard as I can. That one is interesting. I haven't done a whole lot with it, but I've done a little bit with it, and that one I find to be the most intense. I can actually feel. That's the one that I can feel the most in that whatever chakra I'm working with. I can feel the energy just like in that portion of my body, just really building up. But I haven't done it for an extensive period of time, so I don't know what the effects are if I go for an extensive period of time. Because I know it feels like a lot just for a short period of time. So I wonder what would happen if I go further.
That's kind of what I saw when you said the ball of air energy, tornado, but it was like a funnel, like if you were looking down on the funnel, but I was able to see it in the 360 perspective because you said sphere. So it would be in all forms, like looking at it from this way, that way, yeah. And then I also like doing the fountains, like imagining my body sitting in the middle of a fountain, and then I would pulse with do a whirlpool, a funnel, and then once the water reaches the edge, it will flow down into the next chakra, then the next chakra, like a fountain. That was powerful for me because the pulses. Yeah. I love reverberations.
I'll try to, if I remember, to explain some of that tomorrow and talk about the other chakras that I deal with beyond the seven.
Yeah, because there's that white space, and then there's that black space too.
Yeah, there's white, there's black, there's gold and silver and burgundy and brown and what's the other color? Pink and magenta. Those are the other colors that I deal with in the other chakra centers. All right, which is not necessarily to say that they have to be those colors, but those are the colors that I've come to connect with, and they seem to make the most sense for me, at least. Ashe. And also just a quick thing too, just let people know that you can rotate your chakras, but you can also rotate other people's chakras as well. You can rotate them even without telling them. You don't have to tell them. I do that sometimes. I don't do it very often, but sometimes I'll do that. Or like I did it for my son today. For his, he's playing flag football. So sometimes I'll rotate certain chakras if I feel like certain ones are like a little blocked, and to assist him so that he can, perform at his, optimal level. Right? You can do that for other people too, like as far as like when you're communicating with them, if you feel like they're having a hard time opening up, you can imagine their throat chakra rotating. It will assist them and help them into communicating more, speaking, more clearly, things like that.
I didn't think about it like that.
Oh yeah, it gets like I said, we're all interconnected. It gets deep.
Deeper the roots, taller the tree.
Shay. We'll go ahead and shut it down for the entire show. Well, Big Time says some people will steal your energy from them chakras. The devils. Yeah, people can take your energy, but the reason why people are able to take our energy is mainly because we are unaware of our own energy. We're not acknowledging our own energy, and we're not paying attention to it. So we're so busy looking with these two eyes that we don't see with the third eye. We don't see the energy being pulled from us. So it's like we don't realize. But if you were seeing with the third eye, you could see that energy of someone trying to pull off of you, and then you could easily just stop it from happening, right? And it doesn't really require much resistance, if you allow yourself to see it. If you allow yourself to see it, you can just cut it right off. You don't even have to stay. You don't have to get away from them. You don't have to shoo them away. Nothing. You can just, if you can see it, you can cut it off the connection and continue to even have a whole conversation with them and not have an issue. But you have to continuously be practicing spiritual sight and spiritual and energy manipulation. You have to continuously be practicing those things, and basically thinking about it all the time, especially when you're conversating or you're communicating, you're around other people. You have to like constantly be in a state of thinking about what's going on with my energy, right? Just like if you were in New York and there was a crowd of people, you'd be constantly like making sure nobody pickpockets you, right? It's the same thing. When you're around people, you constantly like, make sure no one pickpockets my energy. Just be aware. Just pay attention. Just pay attention.
Big facts.
He said, Big Time says that don't make it right, bro. He says stealing is wrong, period. I mean, stealing is wrong, right? But people steal everywhere. They steal in America, they steal in all 50 states, they steal in Africa, they steal in Australia, they steal in every country that there is, right? Stealing is everywhere. But we don't stop living our lives because people steal. And we don't sit around complaining about and whining that, people steal is wrong. We're not saying like, oh, it's wrong to do it. Like, we just understand people steal. So we set up our lives to where we put locks on our doors and on our cars. We put security systems, and we do things. We practice different types of self-defense, and we get firearms. We do things to protect ourselves, right? Well, if we're going to do that in the physical world, we should do the same thing in the spiritual world. You should be putting an alarm system on your chakras. Where's your ADT for your chakras? Right? Where's your security camera for your aura? Ashe. So that's all I can say when it comes to that.
Put up them walls, put up them borders, put up them barriers.
Put up the borders, put up the barriers, Ashe. Ashe. And especially on a spiritual level, be understanding, right? I don't get upset with people who are trying to steal my energy, because I just understand that they are just a fallen being.
Yeah.
You're just a fallen being, right? So
if I was them, I want to steal my energy too.
you know, they probably need my energy to survive.
Right.
They're probably trying to survive. It's like if someone is on the street homeless and they steal from Whole Foods, they steal out of your car. It's like they was trying to survive. Right? You know, doesn't mean that you should allow them to do it, but at the same time, doesn't mean that, you know, we should shun them either, right? Instead, if you concentrate on making yourself so strong they can't steal from you, then you can start focusing on them in a different manner and say, oh, I see you're trying to steal my energy. I get it. I understand. You can't, but I want to help you to activate your own energy. I want to show you the way. Because I know why you're doing it, because no one ever taught you anything differently. I get it. Ashe. Well, we'll have to get back on that another time. Big time. I see you. We'll have to get back on that tomorrow with the Sinners movie. You're talking about Sinners and Sammy. We'll have to get back on that tomorrow. Ashe. So we'll go ahead and say Ashe.
I'm trying to going to get about this vehicle.
Yes, yeah, I got you. So go ahead.
Peace, OG. Thanks for having me on, dog.
Yes, I will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Ashe. Big Time says, that's their fault, they fail, not mine. If they can steal, I can shun, right? Double standard, free will. I mean, you can do whatever you want to, Big Time. They steal my energy, I'm socking. I mean, Big Time, you can do whatever you want to, you know? I'm not going to tell you what to do, what not to do. I'm just saying, I'm showing you what you can do. I'm just giving you, since you have free will, as you say, I'm giving you another option to how to exercise that free will. There are other ways. There are other options, right? It's up to you, though. It's up to you what you decide to do, right? You know, there are certain situations where, and I'm sure I would react in a very similar fashion when it comes to, you know, me and my energy, right? But then there are certain situations where I just kind of brush it off and don't even worry about it, right? So, you know, to each his own. I can only just give you some of another perspective. All right. Big Time says, how do you practice seeing energy? How do I explain that? Well, one, portion of it has to do with your own imagination. Trying to see, visualization, imagination, visualization, seeing your own chakras, right? Seeing your own energy, visualizing it. And then visualizing other people's energies. And then depending on the person, it'll be revealed to you in different ways. Some people, they might literally just see the energies, see different colors, things like that. Some people, you might see like these different representations of energies, right? Like through words, what people are saying, or through, you might feel the energies versus necessarily see them. It might be more of a feeling. You might kind of hear the energies, like whether it be like these voices or whether it be like a sound or something like that, pitch or whatever. You might just think these energies, where just the thought of this is the energy that I'm experiencing or seeing or witnessing or what's happening right now. You might feel certain pains in your body. You might feel certain sensations. You might see like certain triggers or confirmations that there's some sort of energy being moved or happening, or some sort of coincidences that you'll see, or like it's but as far as practicing, but these are all ways that energies can show up to you depending on the person. Some people can just flat out see the color, the energy just moving, like as if you were seeing smoke in there. It's just that visible to some people, right? All the time. The best way to practice, though, is by just doing a lot of visualization. That opens you up and allows you to see more. And when you're doing the visualizations, try to pay attention to the sensations. You have to really pay attention to the sensations that are happening in your body, right? There's all different types of sensations that happen when I'm having conversations with you guys on the chat. I don't feel the sensations all the time, but at certain points throughout the chat, I'll feel certain types of sensations. Some sensations I'm familiar with, so I'm pretty aware of what that sensation means. Certain sensations I know that there's someone trying to pull energy from me. Certain sensations I know it's someone who has like a very strong sexual attraction towards me. Some sensations are I know that you're having an issue, a pain in your body, so I'm feeling that pain as well, right? Certain sensations are someone's trying to like read my mind, right? So there's different sensations that you kind of learn and pick up along the way. Some are kind of universal sometimes, and some are specific to you, right? Big Time says, because when I said you see Pokemon vampires, right? I started seeing them on and off too. Ashe, right? Ashe to that. I see different energies in the clouds. I see them in like carpet. So I see all different types of I see all types of beings in all like different different types of shapes of things, and I see them all the time. Trees, leaves, like there's so many energies that I see, and by acknowledging that I see them, acknowledging them as real. When you see these energies and you acknowledge them, peace, I should invite Leo or to Leo 22. When you acknowledge that that's what I'm seeing in energy right now, then your body says, okay, cool. Then you saying this is real, we're showing you that this is a real thing. You're acknowledging it's real. We're going to show you more of it when it comes around. We're going to make it more aware to you. And when you acknowledge things as real experiences, your body says, then we will continue to show you this more often because it's happening more often than you may realize, So that's a way how you can also expand your energy seeing. Big Time says, one guy comes around and looks like Bizarro Superman. I guess that made me Superman. Interesting. That is interesting. Big Time says, I do pay attention to the sensation, but how you stop the vampirism. The vampirism, it is a process. It is tough because the stronger you become as a spiritual being, the more vampires do come out. So that is kind of the catch-22 when it comes to that. It's kind of like you got to continue to make yourself stronger and stronger and stronger so that it's harder and harder for them to suck the energy from you. Just like, think about Superman, right? Superman's not, a mosquito can't bite Superman, right? Now he has a lot of energy, so more people would love, more beings, entities would love to suck his energy, but he's so strong that can't be penetrated. So at the end of the day, that's the main goal, is to continue to make yourself stronger. Doing, your chakra rotations, doing like energy exercises. We're going like creating energy balls and moving energies and things like that. These things will make you a stronger being, which will make it harder for these energies to feed off of you, as well as imagining the energy like as if it's a string from you to whatever the being is that's sucking your energy, and cutting that string. That helps to get that energy off of you as well, right? Speaking to those energies, saying that I'm not gonna allow you to siphon off of me anymore, or things like this. These things will assist you into getting that energy off of you. Also, you can, in a sense, you can, depending on how strong the vampire is, there's certain vampires that you can just ignore and just be like, I'm not paying you no attention, and they lose their ability to, because remember, like vampires, you have to like invite them in. Remember, you got to invite them in. So there's certain vampires that if you just don't acknowledge the energies, it's harder for them to really latch onto you. There's certain ones where they're pretty strong and they can latch onto you pretty quickly. But that's also building a relationship with yourself. As you build a relationship with yourself, you let your body know, like, hey, don't just be letting anybody come in and just siphon off of me, right? Don't let just anyone connect to me. You gotta talk to yourself. You really do. Let somebody know, like, I don't need this person, or I don't need random people siphoning off of me, attachment. We don't do that, right? That will keep a lot of random energy of vampires off of you. Now, you're still going to have some challenges with people you've had relationships with, or people that you've had connections with, right? You are going to still have some challenges there, but your ability to kind of disconnect from those vampires will be stronger. Ashe. So I think I got to all the questions tonight, so we'll go ahead and say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. It is done, and we'll see you tomorrow. Ashe.